This is Ashtanga. We're gonna be here for 1 hour today, a very shortened version of the primary series, but we've moved to 5 breaths now. So we'll be taking 5 full counts in the postures, which is exciting. It gives us a little more time. We feel a little less hurried. My big goal for everyone is to find those deep breaths. The longer you have an inhale, right? And let's say we're lifting on the inhale, you have more time to lift and expand and take space. The exhale, we often see as like downward moving, right? So if you're taking that full exhale to really deep down, get into a fold, you can surrender a little bit more. And then it's the same thing with the poses, the postures. It gives us that space to kind of remember we have all this expansion, all this room. So Tadasana at the top of your mat. Let's do this. If you have a block, I always love a block, so you can bring that in. Feel your feet on the ground. Let your crown lift up to the ceiling. Stretch your fingers. Maybe lift the heels, lift the ball mounts, rock back and forth. Find stillness. Start to step away from all the things we have experienced, are experiencing outside of this moment. Any pull to the future, any lingering in the past. See if we can just start to be. A long inhale from your belly to the ribs, to the collarbone, to the crown of the head. Feel a little more space as you reach, a little more breath, and then exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Allow the palms to meet. Over the heart, Anjali Mudra. And then interlace the fingers. Inhale, extend the arms back. Palms to the sky. Use the exhale, bend to your right. Draw the shoulders gently back. The shoulder blades expansive, left foot rooted. Inhale through center. And then long exhale, bend to your left. Feel that right foot rooted. Ribs stacking and bend to your side. And then inhale through center, look up. Hook your thumbs, palms forward, and then maybe hip points slightly forward, look up to the ceiling. This doesn't have to be a big back bend. Exhale as you bend the knees, forward fold. Keep those feet planted. Find the head releasing, look for the navel. Start to straighten the legs to your degree. As much as you can, you'll feel a stretch here. Some of us very intensely. And maybe not as much. Let's find the ball mounds of our feet, those points right beneath all your toes, right? I want you to find from your big toe mound to the outer edge of your heel a diagonal line and root to those 2 points and lift from the arch. And then let's find the opposite diagonal, which is from your pinky toe mound to the inner edge of your heel. So there was an X across the sole. Find the outer 4 points and lift from the arch. Engage the legs, engage the muscles around the pelvis, folding. Bend your knees, inhale, stand up tall, hook your thumbs. Maybe a back bend at the top. Exhale, palms meet, hands together over the heart. Last little side bending warm up. We're going to inhale, reach the arms overhead. Bend the elbows, grab opposite elbows. Let your elbows fit into your palms like a ball in a mitt. Feet press down, feel the strength in those 4 points, and then exhale, bend to your right. Let's hold. Inhale fully into the left side. Notice if the shoulders are clenching, clinking. See where you can relax as you exhale, maintaining the shape. Breathe in, maybe look up to the ceiling. Breathe out, let's come through center. Both feet press down. Swap which forearm is on top or in front. Find that ball in mid. Elbow into hand, hand into elbow. Breathe in. midline, and exhale, bend to your left. Stay here, long inhale. Full exhale. Another deep breath in. As you exhale, feet press down, come back through center. Release the palms to meet behind your back, interlace your fingers. Just work to this, where if you can, that clasp where the heels come, the palms come together, and then work to extend your arms best you can. Bend the knees, lift your feet root down, let your heart lift up, let your gaze and chin go up. As you exhale, reach your heart forward and down, feet stay planted, and fold forward. Let your head be released. I just had like this crackling sensation in my upper spine, my cervical spine. So just already feel some of that tension start to release. So you might just notice there's a lot of tension there. Breathe into it. See where you can let go as you breathe out. Okay, if the heels of your palms have fallen apart, if you can work them together, then maybe see what that creates. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, releasing the bind, kind of feeling the blood flow, the energy flow. You can grab opposite elbows and sway, or just kind of hug it in. I love it good. Standing fold. Deep breath in, all the way to the back of your lungs, and a full breath out. Slowly releasing. Let's press the feet down. Inhale, round up to standing. Reach the arms overhead. Look up at the palms, and then slide them to your heart. We're going to start 5 sun salutation A's. We'll go a little slower, and then you'll have a little time to kind of move with your breath through them. I'll be right here with you. You have lots of options and variations as we take these on. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, look forward. Lengthen the spine. Try to keep looking forward as your hands plant, bending the knees 1 foot back at a time, finding your plank pose. Let's hold here. Knees can be down behind the hips, or knees can be lifted, heels driving back. Toes trying to drag the back of your mat forward. Feel the space around your shoulders. Feel the space around your ribs, drawing towards each other, compressing. Breathe in. The heels of your hands trying to drag the top of your mat back. And as you exhale this first time, let's slowly lower to our stomachs. You can bring the knees down and just lower the chest. Toenails down, inhale, lift up to cobra. Press the feet down, the pelvis down. Crown of the head lifts up. Back of the head up and back. As you exhale, tap the nose. Press back, child's pose. Know that this is here for you anytime you need. Breathe in, come on up, hands and knees, and exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. Stay here, 3 rounds of breath, 3 breaths, 3 breaths is what we'll stay. We'll have more time when we get to those sun bees. And inhale, you'll come onto your toes. As you exhale, step your feet to the top of your mat. Walk them up, take your time, long exhale, starting to build that length. Inhale, that half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen the legs, lengthen the spine. Exhale, draw the navel onto the belly, onto the legs, best you can. Inhale, stand up tall, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva scarf. And then exhale, hands together over the heart. That was 1 sun A. Moving, inhale, arms lift, extended. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, let's find that plank, and then slowly lower to your stomachs as you exhale. Breathe in, cobra. Maybe you float the arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. You have 3 breaths here. Nice long inhale. Maybe you're pedaling the feet. Notice if the shoulders are drawing forward. Long exhale. Really reach the tailbone up to the sky. Looking forward, breathing in, come high onto your toes. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, that lengthening, looking forward, coming up halfway, and then exhale, folding back in. Inhale, stand tall, reach up from feet to fingertips, find space. Exhale, hands together over the heart. Okay, 3 more. Breathe in to extend. Taking your time, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, you'll lengthen, look forward. Exhale, plank. If you're ready for Chaturanga Dandasana, you can hover, gaze stays forward, trying to avoid rounding the shoulders. For up dog, you can let the thigh bones lift up, or you can always stick to cobra. Shoulders stay back. That down dog, then exhale. Hold for an inhale. Hold for the exhale. Where are you clenching? What can you let go? Inhale. High on those toes, looking forward, and then once again, exhale. However you want to get there. I like to really tiptoe, take my time sometimes. Breathe in to find that lengthen your spine. Ardha Uttanasana, feet planted, lengthen from tailbone to collarbone. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, stand up tall. You can start to add a back bend. Exhale, hands together over the heart. Inhale to extend up, right into the next one. Exhale, forward fold. So you've got 2 more, including this one. You'll use those exhales to work downward. You can always just stay in plank, leaning that lift and lower and lift out. And go straight to down dog, stay for a little while. Start to spend time with yourself in the pose. Let go of any way. I'm giving you instruction, I'm giving guidance, but start to feel it for yourself. That exhale will bring your feet to the top and inhale to find length. Exhale to fold in. Inhale, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, extend up. Then exhale, bend. Inhale, you'll look forward. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. You can, do what you need, what feels right. For me, I kind of need these wrist stretches right now. And the inhale will bring you to your toes. Exhale. Feet forward. Find length. Breath in. Exhale. Fold in. Inhale, stand up tall. Reach up. Exhale, hands together over the heart. And we go right into chair for Surya Namaskar B. So when you're done with that last one, we'll meet in this chair. Let's build it together. This is why we wanted that 15 minutes, okay? So 2 fists, you're gonna take those from a 45-minute class. 15 minutes is a nice little check to add on. Slide that right tight between your feet, the inner arches of your feet. Find those X's on the bottom of your soles. Feel your arms reach up as your butt goes back. And now I want you to bring those arms back down. Draw your shoulders down. And bring those hands to your thighs. Press your thighs away, straightening the arms. Bring your arms beside you, drop your shoulders, feel your navel draw in. Arms can reach up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Find length on the breath in. You have the choice for Chaturanga Dandasana. And then up dog. You go to down dog on your exhale, stepping your right foot where your right palm is. Left heel's gonna plant. Come up, warrior 1. Breathing in. This is that hip side by side. Right knee trying to reach on top of the right heel. Left heel, your furthest place behind you. Left hip drawing forward. On an exhale, let's find plank. Take a deep breath in plank. And exhale, your choice, Chaturanga or not. Down dog, your exhale will step that left foot forward, right heel will plant. Deep breath in, arms reach up, and warrior 1 on the other side. So left foot's firmly planted,
Really find that big toe mount to outer edge of the heel on both feet. The outside edge of that right heel, far back behind you. The exhale will bring the hands down. Let's step it to plank. Hold for an inhale. Take up some space. The upper back, around the arms. Energize the back of the legs. Exhale, you can lower if you'd like. Those are all optional. The breath in. Down dog, 5 breaths this time. So we add 2 more, 1 whole cycle. Because you worked real hard, you might start to feel the warmth of this practice. She's real, that heat, the agni within us. This practice asks a lot of us of discipline, of purification. We have to burn through that ego stuff, the attachment stuff, the things that get in the way from us seeing ourselves. As we talk about ahankara, the egoness, that attachment self. Inhale, you'll come to your toes. Exhale, work your feet to the top. Find a long breath in, look forward, and a long breath out. Fold in. Back to chair as you inhale, Uttanasana. We're just going to hold the pose for a moment. Okay, notice if you're super clenching here. I think the body reflects a lot of that psychology of ours, and we're told it's all connected, that mind-body connection. And when we're clenching, there are fight or flight, those like protective instincts in our bodies. Those hip flexors really clench. So once you try to soften them, you try to kind of wiggle the hips a little. Relax those hip flexors, see if those thigh bones drop. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale as our stand tall, palms together over the heart. All right. Right into the next one. Inhale, Surya B. Chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to find length. Exhale takes you through chaturanga if you'd like. Inhale to that up dog. I have to just add that in sometimes with the toes tucked. Exhale, down dog, looking forward, step the right foot to the top. Breathe in, warrior 1. So you breathe out, right foot back, take the flow of lowering and lifting, or again, straight to down dog, and that left foot will come to the top. The big exhale. Inhale, the arms come up. And then a long breath. Exhale, take it, leave it, down dog, 5 breaths. This is a great place to add child's pose in. If you like to add a little twist, maybe grabbing for opposite ankles. Our attachment, okay, the ego, when we talk about what's clinging in our lives, and we think we've got to do it, we've got to do every pose, every part of the sequence, or it's not a thing. We tell ourselves that looks a specific way. We make things rigid. We start to create hard lines. And they show up in the body in hard and tight places. It's tension. Inhale to the toes, exhale, feet forward. Find length as you breathe in. Fold forward as you breathe out. Let the head go low. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand up tall, slide those hands to heart center. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. A deep breath in for up dog. Exhale, down dog, right foot to the top. Breathing in, coming up to that warrior 1. Breathing out, stepping, maybe lowering. Ugh. So, compromise. I make things sloppy when I just do them to do them. I feel like I'm adding in the extra thing. Doing it for the sake of doing it. 5 breaths in that down dog. Our body will take the heat for the mind. We push ourselves. Not to say don't push yourselves at all, right? We work with heat. We work that discipline. But maybe today's not the day, the first time we start adding in 5 of everything, 5 breaths, 5 salutations, from 3 rounds to take every chaturanga. Okay, especially if you weren't doing it before. Inhale, come up. on those toes, and exhale, take it to the top. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, look for the belly button. Inhale, Uttanasana, chair pose, standing up tall as you exhale. So that's 3, we're gonna do 2 more, moving on your own. You've got this, it's just sun A with a couple of chairs and a couple warriors. You'll step the right foot to the top for the first round, and the left foot to the top for the second round. And also, you can be like, no thanks, I'm gonna take Shavasana, or lay on my belly, or lay on my back, child's pose, any other resting pose, kneeling, just sitting and breathing, that these are yours to be had. That think of inhales for us, hope they tend to support forward moving, upward lifting, and exhales backward moving, downward moving. And those aren't hard rules, okay? They're not things that we force the structure of our yoga practice around, and then it's not natural. It's starting to become something else. It's probably that attachment from the ego to make it look a certain way because we were told something once, or twice, or 10 times. Start to move your practice from within yourself, right? Come back to your breath. Where does it to guide you? Those exhales are where those feet will come to the top of the mat. If you're not there, you'll inhale for length, the exhale to fold. Inhale for chair, and exhale to close the pose at the top. So last one, if you're flowing, you're already done. We'll meet the top of your mat. You'll find Tadasana. Start to observe what you do. Start to inquire why you do it. That's the practice of tuning in. And then we can see this ahamkara, this concept of attachment, the ego-ness, the I-ness, and how we move through the world. So you've done your last 3 namaskar bead, whatever number that was. We're standing at the top of the mat. Those feet maybe a little further apart, Tadasana. And just find some breaths in and out. Maybe a couple releases through the mouth. Knowing all of that's behind us, right? We've already made it this far. Your feet are together. I want you to just hop them apart, just outside the hips or the outer framework of your hips. And as you inhale, hands to the hips, look up, let your heart chase your gaze. As you exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Bend those knees a little so you protect those hamstrings, then straighten the legs at the bottom. Releasing those hands down, you'll find index fingers around and middle fingers around the big toes for a bind. Bend your knees to get your belly and thighs to connect. Then inhale, lengthen. Gently tug on the toes with the arms, find opposition to expand. Then as you exhale, bend the elbows out to the side, letting the head release, reaching the tailbone up. Hold, inhale. Exhale, 5 breaths, y'all, we have some time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathing out, releasing the spine, lengthen the spine as you inhale. Exhale, sliding your hands underneath your feet with the palms up to your degree. Maybe the toes come all the way up to the wrists.
Belly to thighs, bend those knees. Okay, try to find those diagonal points on your feet. Inhale to lengthen that extension of the spine. Tailbone to sternum, chin forward. Exhale, elbows bend out as you draw the body on top of itself. And then try to work towards straighter legs. One leg at a time, maybe with the inhale, trying to draw the shoulders away from the ears. The exhale, engaging the belly to pull the upper body onto the low body. Breath in. Breath out slowly, bending the knees, stepping off of the feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine, hands to your hips. Exhale, stand up tall, hands and feet meet. Okay. Inhale, left foot stays heavy, gaze is eye level or slightly lifted. Bring up your right knee. As you exhale, you're going to pivot on your left heel, stepping your right foot back to the back of your mat, to the short edge. There you go. Arms out to a T, turning the right toes to the short edge. I like to drop my left heel a little further. Palms can be down or to the side, your choice. As you inhale, reach the right fingers away from the left hip. And then as you exhale, hinge at the waist, the block under that right hand. Might feel nice here. The left arm's reaching away from the right arm. Uttanasana. We probably stayed here already for a full round of breath. So let's inhale. We've got one more full round. Exhale. I like to use the inhale to set up. So inhale, look down to that right foot, bend the right knee. You exhale, come up, pivot the feet. Right toes to the long edge, left toes to the short edge. Uttanasana on the other side. Again, I like to inhale, reach, really tucking that left hip under, and then exhale, hinge at the waist, rolling that right hip slightly forward. So that right leg's in an internal rotation and that left leg's in an external rotation. Right arm up to the sky. Maybe the gaze follows. Let's take that. Inhale. Exhale, looking down to the right foot. Inhale. Bending the knee, coming up. Exhale. Left toes turn. And then we are going to take us into our twisted triangle. So maybe bring the feet a little closer together, beginning to pivot towards the short edge of your mat. Right foot slightly more to the right. Find that left foot to the left with the heel furthest back at an angle. And then let the left arm reach up, right hand to the hip. You're trying to get your hips side by side. So you might have to step that left foot more to the right or to the left, not to the right. As you exhale, hinge forward, about halfway, inhale for length. Exhale, left hand to a block or to the ground. Right hand can stay on the low back or reach up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Try to find that big toe to outer edge of the heel on your right foot. And then on your left foot. Breath out, starting to look down. Breathe in. Rise up. Breathe out. Turning now to your left. Love pivot of the feet. Long scoot for me, okay? Left foot slightly to the left. Right foot more to the right. We're going to take right arm up by our ear, left hand to the inhale for length. Exhale, come halfway. Draw that left hip back, reach right arm forward, and then exhale to fold. And I may not have mentioned this on the other side, but you can always bend the left knee as much as you need. We're working with time maybe to extend it. Breathe in. Breathe out, looking down. Breathe in. Breathe out, rise up. Turn those toes out. I take an inhale, and then exhale. Close the pose, top of the mat. Right hand, both feet meet, both hands meet. Notice where your eye gaze lands. Maybe lift it slightly, find length in the spine. Left foot planted, inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, pivot on that left heel, step to the back of your mat. Right toes turn, arms back to that T, extended side angle. So Uttanasana. Let's inhale, left arm by your ear, right knee's got a deep bend in it, right forearm on the thigh. Okay, but we're not dumping into it. I'm not like sagging and sinking, kind of collapsing in. Really staying spacious. My right arm presses into the leg presses out.
Get those 5 breaths here. So it's a full round of breath we've added. Looking down, as you inhale, we're going to get even to that left hand. Exhale, come on up, straighten the right leg, pivot the toes. Breathe in. As you breathe out, extended side angle to your left side. Left knee on top of ankle, left forearm pressing against the thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out. You may eventually work to bring your hands inside the foot. Might be on a block at first. Exhale. You'll slowly come up through center. So hands will meet over the heart, Anjali Mudra. When you're there, your 5 breaths, okay? This is prayer twist lunge to your right leg. So you're gonna spiral like a helicopter. Your right toes have to turn to that short edge. Left heel comes up. Breathe in to find length. Bend that left knee, get your tailbone down. Pubic bone back. Then lift that left thigh bone. As you exhale, hook left elbow outside right thigh. Breathe in. Chin away from sternum, sternum away from hips. Breathe out. Stay here, breathe in. Breathe out, press the palms more firmly together. Space in the chest, the upper back. Breathe in, maybe look down to that right foot. If you breathe out, come on up. Palms can open. Hands to heart center as you inhale, pivoting the feet. Bending that left knee, right heel comes up. That lunge with the prayer. And then as you exhale, twisting right elbow. You can, do those check-ins with your pelvis always. Make sure you're not tilting it back so far into a back bend. So you can take this close twist, which mimics a forward fold. Right heel's driving back, breathe in. Breathe out. You inhale, maybe look down. Exhale, rise up, arms up, heart. Take a deep breath in, stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, close the pose, top of your mat. All right, and then let's take it into the fold series. We're going to lift the gaze slightly. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it to the back of your mat. I like to do little hands in my pockets, my imaginary yoga pant pockets. For a moment today, we're gonna find that. Draw your elbows slightly together. Keep your chest open. Find your diagonal lines on your feet. Big toe to outer edge of the heel. Pinky toe to inner edge of the heel. Engage the legs. And then think thigh bones back. Okay, don't try to push from your butt, but your thigh bones are pressing back into a wall behind you. Heart forward. Elbows more together. And then slowly hands down to the ground. Walk your hands in line with the feet best you can. Rest them on a block, books, whatever you need. Bring them in front of you if this is too far under. And then you'll fold and you're holding. Allowing the leverage of your hands on the ground to potentially support the pull, the draw, the building of the edge of this fold. So how can we support ourselves? Does the body say, ooh, that's tight? And the knee goes like, oh, I don't want to go there. And then you're like, well, what if? This practice of the I-ness, the me-ness, seeing how we do things, asking why we do them, and then exploring where to go. You'll take your last exhale here. Walk the hands forward as you inhale, hands to your hips. Exhale, stand up tall. Palms meet behind the low back. Interlace your fingers. Extend the arms. So you're in this little bind. Breathe in. Let the gaze lift. Let the heart chase the gaze. Again, exhale, thigh bones back. Arms to your degree, moving from the shoulder up and over. Now check back in with your feet if you got caught up with your hands. As you're breathing still, right? Long inhales and exhales. Maybe bring those palms together. Let your skull hang, shake it out. One more inhale. Exhale, you'll release the hands down to the ground. Inhale, you'll find length. Take your bind around your big toes. You might have to bend your knees a lot to get there. You might have to bring your feet closer together, okay? Lengthen the spine, think thigh bones back, the X's on your feet press down, lifting from the arches.
And then exhale, bend the elbows out to the short edges of your mat as you draw your skull down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Notice if your butt starts going back, or if you go into your heels, the past, the palms, the future. Exhaling long. Inhale. Exhale, you'll release the bind. Find that length on your breath in. Hands to your hips. Exhale as you stand up tall. Inhale, stretch the arms apart. Exhale, both hands and feet. Woo! Meet at the top of your mat. And then pyramid pose. If you have a block, this might be handy, definitely in this shape. You're gonna let that left foot be planted, looking forward. Breathe in, lift the right leg, and then just step it about halfway back, starting to pivot towards the right foot, short edge of your mat. Left foot's off to the left at 45, right toes straight forward, and you can take opposite elbows, or you can take reverse prayer behind the back. So you choose. I'm going to go for opposite elbows today. Take a deep breath in. Think, fall into mid, right? Effort there. Hands and feet, not casual, or hands and elbows not just casually hanging out. Exhale. Reach your sternum forward and down towards the top of that right foot. Take a deep breath in, right hip back, bend that right knee as much as you need. Exhale, fold. And if you're like, this is a lot of my arms, bring the hands down to a block if you have one. Your shoulders are collapsing. I would rather you come back up a little bit, okay? That bind is helping us keep our chest broad. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend that right knee, come on up. Pivoting, turning towards your left foot for pyramid. Switch which forearm is on top or in front if you've got opposite elbows. Left hip drawing back, right hip forward. Again, trying to get those hips side by side. Feet down, heart high. Exhale. Big left hip back, chest forward. Exhale. Sternum to foot, then chin to shin. Crown of your head and top working towards your foot. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then that left knee, breathing in. Breathe out, come on up. Open the arms out wide. Ugh. Breathe in. As you breathe out, close the pose at the top of your mat. And then this we'll just take to our little extended leg pose. So if you would like to move to a wall for this series, please do that for yourself. We're going to take the left foot, keep it firmly planted. Your gaze is going to go about eye level and then slightly higher. You're going to lift your right knee as you press your left foot down. Grab the big toe mound or big toe with your middle and index finger, and then extend your leg as best as you can, keeping your chest high. Maybe the left arm goes up by the ear. Breathe in. Breathe out. Adding the extra true breaths here is like torture for my ego. So breathe in. You're not alone if you feel this. Breathe out. Breathe in. As you breathe out, open it out to the side. Breathe in. Maybe look to the left. Breathe out. Your degree, keeping the spine tall. Knee can be bent. You can just have the right hand on the knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. The trick here is we breathe in as you bring it in. To the middle, breathing out, folding head towards that right knee. Woo! My left arch is like, no thanks. Breathe in. Okay? Always that chance to go again. Breathe out. Doesn't have to look a specific way. You don't have to hold for all 5 counts. Breathe in. Breathe out, release the leg, leave them lifted, arms reach high, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the gaze. Notice how deep your breath goes, breathe out. Inhale, lift it 1 breath higher, and then exhale, set it down. Shake it out. Oh my gosh. And like a good, like top of the foot stretch after that. Ankle, both feet. And 1 more side to go. So if you're at a wall, you'll just turn, add that baby in, let it support you. Because especially if your ego's bashing the whole time, it's gonna be hard for you to stay focused. If you're like, oh, I'm clenching, I'm coercing, the idea of ahankara, to recognize where we're clenching, where we're gripping. That's what we're working on letting go. This part of the series is one that will really ignite that. So support yourself physically and, mentally as well. Left knee is gonna lift as the right foot plants, grab the big toe and extend. You might be more extended in that left leg. You might have less extension here compared to the right, that they're their own experience. It's not a gauge of what a devoted yogi you are, how much yoga you live in the rest of your life, or if, you're in the pose. The exhale brings us out, left leg to the left, right arm to the right, inhale. With that gaze, as we start to look down, we sometimes fall down, right? Where we put our attention, our energy goes, the body starts to mimic the mental state, which is influenced by the sensory experience. Breathe in, you bring it through center. So I suggest looking down as you go into this fold. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, holy cow, breathe in, releasing the leg, lifting the arms, breathe out. We're gonna just keep the toe on the ground, breathe in. Maybe lift the left leg higher. Find that diagonal on your right foot, breathe out, breathe in, and then breathe out, set it all down, shake it out. We did it, grab your drink of water. Let me give those hip flexors a little love. When you've done your doing whatever you need, chair pose, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale for length, exhale, maybe you take Chaturanga Dandasana, down dog, stay here, inhale. Stay here, exhale, bend the knees quite a bit. Okay, still reaching the heels up, but bending the knees, the heels down, but reaching the hips up. And then inhale to your toes, exhale. However many hops it takes to get to the top of your mat. 1, 2, 3. 2 fists between those feet. Inhale, chair pose, 5 breaths. Exhale. I like a good, touch the ground, get those hips slow. Release my hip flexors, and then test boundaries, right? Today this works. Other days it does not. Other days it's like right up here. So breathe in. Breathe out, soften those hip flexors. Breathe in, stand up tall. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale for length. Exhale. Back, down if you'd like. Up to counter. Down dog, right foot steps forward. We're gonna hold warrior 1 on the right. Breathing in, arms lift up. Maybe you add a bind here, interlacing those fingers. Kali Mudra. She's a fun one when we talk about egos, that sword that sliced through what we think we are, what we have to do, what we've convinced ourselves. From the I-ness, the me-ness, the you that subscribes to everything that you do, right? I subscribe to being a mother, a wife, a teacher, a friend, a sister, and I think it looks a certain way. We're slowly letting those things go. That before all of those labels were there, we had this essence within us. As you inhale, you're gonna straighten that right leg. Exhale, pivot on your feet towards your left foot to the back of your mat. Right foot's gonna scoot to the right. Heels back, right foot under 45, bend that left knee. Toes to the short edge of your mat, warrior 1. And then 5 breaths here. Left hip pulling back, right hip drawing forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then staying on the left side, inhale, open up warrior 2. Hold here, exhale. Notice the blood flow in the shoulders out to the fingers. Breathe in. Chest is open, gaze over the left
hand, but the right foot's rooted behind you. Right hand reaching in the opposite direction of the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last inhale. Exhale, straighten the left leg, turn the toes. Turn the right toes. Breathe in, warrior one. Or two. There you go. Breathe out. Feel the outside edge of that left foot. The 4 points on your right foot with the arch lifted. Breathe in. Feel your navel draw to the midline. Breathe out. Breathe in. Space ears to shoulders. And then as you breathe out, cartwheel down. Inhale to plank. Let's hold this, baby. Okay, so you can stay right here. You can also come onto the knees. If you prefer your forearms, go there. But we're going to hold 5 breaths. I want you to press away. Heels to hands. Breathe out. Like 5 more breaths. I was just talking. Breathe in. Broaden the upper back. Breathe out. Ribs corseting in. Breathe in as if you could swish your mat together in the middle with your hands and your feet. As you breathe out, lower to your stomachs. Inhale, let's just take a little cobra series. Toenails down. Exhale, press it down, strengthening the back. Walk your hand off the edge of your mat. Fingertips to the ground. Inhale, elbows up. Back of the head lifts up and back. Exhale to lower. And then interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale. Little locust. Exhale, slowly lower. Hands to under the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. As you press back to child's pose, hold for an inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Coming up through hands and knees. Exhale, down dog. And then step or hop up and come to seated. I always suggest when you hop to seated, take your arms broader and look ahead. You never want to knee yourself in the face. It won't feel good, and you might mess up those pretty teeth, which is never fun. All the way through. Let's let the legs come along. So Tadasana, 5 counts, five breaths. It's really hard for me to cue while I'm in it. It's like really challenging to talk. So what I want you to do is think about activating. If you have props that help you, you can always bring them underneath. Hands just in front of that firm hip bone. Palms down, shoulder heads back. Start to feel your belly button corset in, gaze eye level. Start to activate, press the hands down, breathing in, toes back, exhale, tuck your chin in. Hold, inhale. Exhale, engage every muscle in your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. As you exhale, soften. Keep the toes efforted. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Hold 5 breaths. Inhale. Think inner upper thighs back, outer upper hips back. Out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Try to find those diagonal points on your feet. Notice you can press them away, slightly forward, and even pull from the tops of the feet and those 4 points back. Breathe in. You breathe out, soften. Inhale, you'll sit up tall. And then let's take a reverse plank. I always forget that one. Walking those hands back. You can take reverse table, this instead. All right. Otherwise, legs extended, palms down, fingers point towards the waist. Lift the hips, breathe in. You can look forward or to the ceiling, breathe out. Soles are pressing down, feet for the ground, breathe in. Hands pressing down, breathe out. One more inhale, bringing chin to chest. Exhale, slowly lower your butt down. And let's find a little boat today. Chest stays open, shoulder heads apart. Thinking knees kind of towards the armpits, but then towards each other. You can start to bring those hands behind the thighs. You can even reach them out to the side. Keep the collarbone broad. Let your gaze lift, and then try to put those sit bones down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, and we're going to take this to a Janu Shirshasana. So breathe in, left leg goes long. As you breathe out, lower everything down. So I like to take my left leg slightly to the left. You can always go straight out. Right heel to groin, right sole to inner left thigh. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, fold towards that left knee. 5 breaths. Your head gets to the knee easily. Starting to maybe work it inside the left knee. You feel really far away, maybe out of prop so you can ground into the shape. Activate your right glutes. See if that right knee can drop a little bit more. Breathe in. You breathe out, sit up tall. Let's inhale to boat. Exhale. Inhale. Right leg goes long, left heel into the groin. Left foot to inner thigh. Turn your torso to that right leg as you exhale. Breathe in, sit up tall. Maybe reach up. Exhale. Fold. Press left foot into right leg. Activate the left glute. Breathe in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take your next inhale, fill. And then exhale, sit up tall. Inhale, last time boat pose. So make it your own. Hands can always stay on the ground. We're going to take our seated twist. I like to twist to my left first, so we'll just plant those feet down to the ground. You have the choice to let your right leg go long or bend your right knee so your knee goes forward and then that left foot crosses on top of or comes just inside the right knee. You're going to grab your right arm around that left leg, left hand behind you. Inhale, reach up with the right arm. Exhale to twist, holding 5 counts, 5 breaths. Press the left foot down, press the left hand down. Try to keep your spine long. Using that exhale, maybe to move the right ribs a little bit more towards the left ribs, looking further behind you. Breathe in. Breathe out, unwind, find the inhale and a counter twist. Left elbow inside left knee, right hand behind you. And then you can transition total like breakdance style. You can just swap your feet. Your left leg straight, otherwise your left knee forward with the bent heel by your right butt. Grabbing a hold of that right leg, whether it's on the inside or outside of that right thigh, right hand behind you. Inhale, find the left rib, expand the left hip to fingers as you reach up. Then ring it out, but maintain space. You're not collapsing in the twist, we're staying broad in the chest. That might mean moving that right hand a little bit further. Really pressing right leg into left arm. Left arm into the right leg, right foot into the ground. Left sit bone down, breathe in. Breathe out, unwind. Inhale. Taking that opening on the left side, right arm. And then let's come through center. We'll find boat pose. I don't know if I said last time, but I'm sorry, but this time, last time. Boat pose. Okay. We'll just find 3 inhales and exhales. Start to check in. Where are you gripping? Where's your body clenching? What is your mind holding to, reaching for outside of the present moment? How is that some way in association to how you see the world? Your I-ness, your me-ness, that we need it. We need our ego. We need our idea. We need effort to expand. We need to seek. We need desire to create action. It's all a part of it. But is it taking the lead, or are we mindfully making choices? And after that last one, slowly use that inhale to come on down.
Let's stretch out tips to toes. If you inhale, exhale, hug your knees in. Maybe take a few circles with the knees. We're just gonna add our twist in. Arms go out to the side like wings. Take a deep breath. Exhale, knees to the right. Pick up the head, turn it to the left. We're not taking the bridge series. The time has disappeared. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, look up to the ceiling. Bring the knees through center as you inhale. Exhale, knees to your left. Gaze goes to the right. After your fifth breath here, you'll bring your knees through center. Let's keep the feet down by the butt, knees up, toes forward. One bridge, head and shoulders press down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Hold for 5 breaths. Try to find those diagonal lines with the arches lifted and the points pressing down. More room from knees to armpits. Inhale. Exhale, lower the spine down. Walk your feet apart. Let your knees buckle in. Give yourself a hug around the chest. Take a deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Switch arms on top. Take a deep breath in. A full breath out. Arms apart, feet together, knees apart. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. Let your right leg go long, let your left leg go long, and find your Shavasana. We may have, thought we'd get some more things in today. We added the time. We added breaths on the poses. And there are things we've left out, and that's all right. Think a version of me when I was first a yoga teacher would have probably panicked. Well, we gotta get it all in. As I said, we work on it. There's a shoulder stand, there's wheel, there's headstand, there's, mother of all poses, the father of all poses. They talk about those shoulder stands and headstands, and that we like to invert before we time rest, but it all come in time. I have faith in that. I think that's maybe the years of practice, I hope, reflecting on, what do I cling to as in my habits? And we do our yoga practice, we become aware of our habits. Maybe not right away, or maybe it hits us, we're like, oh shit. But the nice thing is we don't have to judge it, we don't have to categorize it, we're just here to observe it. And then when we're ready, we'll inquire, is it working for me? Does this honor my abundance, my wholeness, my essence? Or is it me clinging? Me setting parameters and boundaries into what I look like in this place in my life, in this place in my life, in this place. And all those little boxes we have everywhere, separating ourselves instead of seeing ourselves as a whole experience. And then if we can find that for ourselves first, then we can more easily connect that to those around us. Breathe in. Breathing out, letting all the effort melt away. Stretch your fingers out. Maybe arms go overhead. Maybe hug the knees in or walk the feet, feeling the ground with each step. Coming over onto your side, pausing, choosing how it is you want to go forward, how you want to rise into the next moment, this moment, and everything after. Finding a seated posture with the crown lifted, sit bones rooted, our spine aligned between, and then the palms will meet over the hearts in union, chin towards chest, gratitude towards this space within us, this practice that reminds us of our union with all things, all beings, past, present, future, and then simply bowing forward to seal the practice. Namaste.